Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be making a fully functional car and fully custom, like designable. You could design it however you want, and you could design how fast it goes or whatever you want. You can make it, or you could just make it just fully fly up in the air, do whatever you want. Anyways, let's get right into it. So here's the car right here. This is I just designed it just to look like that. I don't know, you could design it however you want, but this is the one I made, and I'm gonna be showing you guys. There's gonna be two parts of this video, so I'm gonna be showing you guys, I'm just gonna show you how to make this car, and that's it. I'm not gonna teach you anything how it works, and then later in the video I'll teach you how it works and how to design a car by yourself and how to change the speed and all that. So anyways, for now let's just show you how to make the car. I got an example that works first, obviously. So you get in the car and you pull out your sword and it'll drive, and you pull out this sword and it turns. This one will make it turn the other way, and this one will make it go forward, and you can make it just levitate or do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. You just drive around. So now I'm going to teach you how to make this. Alright, now to start, place down command blocks over here and place down the blocks the way I've placed them. And when you're finished, head over to this command block, or these two command blocks right here, go to the bottom one and input this command. I'll put that on always active, and open the command block and input effect add E type equals armor stand, invisibility 100 1, just like that. And then you could leave that on need redstone for now, but later you're going to want to turn that on to always active, but leave it on redstone for now. And then this top command block, put this one on always active and do effect add E type equals chicken slowness 100 to 55, just like that. And then head over to this anvil right here and get a chicken spawn egg and rename the spawn egg to it would have to be CarComputer with no spaces. You cannot put a space. I don't know why I spelled that like that. CarComputer, just like that, and go ahead and spawn your chicken. And you're going to want to turn off command block output, just like this. So go to your settings and do game rule command block output false, just like that, and you won't get that annoying chat message like that. And then this chicken will not be able to move, and it'll be stuck here. This chicken powers the whole system. If this chicken dies, the whole car will not work anymore. So this chicken is very important. Anyway, leave this anvil here for later because you'll need it again, and head over to these command blocks right here. And in this bottom command block, you're going to input, so go into the command block, and let me just copy paste this command right here. You copy paste this command right here into the command block. It will be in the description, except head over here and change this to car So you're gonna go ahead and copy paste this command into your repeat command block on the bottom, but you're gonna want to change this to, I just made this my first name for tag at the start here, but you're gonna want to change yours to whatever your first name is. So anyways, I'll show you how to configure that right now. So go to your chat and do /tag at s, add, and then you make it whatever you want. So I'm going to make mine Jordan, obviously, because that's what was in the command block. That's what I put in the command block. See, tag Jordan, so it has to match. So this has to match whatever you made your tag. But other than that, it's all good. So as you can see, if I hold a diamond sword now, the chicken will get teleported right there onto the command block, just like that. And that's how you know it's working, if the chicken gets teleported up here, the CarComputer. I'm sorry, not the chicken, the CarComputer. And in this command block, if it works, you can just go ahead and put this on conditional and always active, of course, and go into here, and you're going to paste this command right here. So except you change that last one to like 30 or whatever you want the speed to be. This is how you configure the speed right here. This number right here is how fast the car goes. Now you can go ahead and hold down Control and pick block this repeater, or repeating command block, and hold down Control and pick block this command block right here too. And then go ahead and place down your new command blocks right here, 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 and here, here, and here. And go in here, and what you're going to want to do quickly is just change how it says diamond sword here. You're going to go and change that to golden sword. And then you go into this one and change this one to iron sword, and you go in here and change this one to another sword of your choice. So I'm just going to do netherite sword, just like that. Now if I were to hold out any of those swords just like this, so any of these swords, as soon as I hold one, the chicken will get teleported onto the command block that I hold that sword. So if I'm holding this one, it'll get teleported there. If I hold this one, it'll go here, and this one, it'll go here, and this one, it'll go here, because that's what matches the thing. And that's how you configure when you drive or not. So for this one, and then you can head into the these top 3 command blocks now, and go into this one and change this command right here, and you're gonna delete this move forward thing at the start here, and you're gonna change, you're gonna delete this and change it to 12, and then go ahead and do that and put a 2, just like that. And then go into this command block and change this to 12, and go over here and -2, and then you go over here and delete the move forward, and then you go into this one, and this one's a bit different, so you're going to change this to, you delete this and move to here and do 0.1 in the middle one, and then delete, obviously you go over here and delete that, just like that. and now your movement is fully completed. So you can go ahead and get rid of all these command blocks. You do not need them anymore. So now go over to your anvil and get yourself a minecart and a rail, obviously, too. And then rename the minecart to AA1. AA1, and then go ahead and place it on the rail right here, nudge it off the rail, and break the rail. And now, whenever you hold the swords, it'll move them in the corresponding direction. I forgot to get rid of the move forward thing on this first command block by accident, so you just go ahead and delete that too, and then it should all work. So they should all work now. So this one will be turn right, this one will be move upwards, this one will be go forwards, and this one will be turn left. So you move forwards, upwards, and right, just like that. So I can go ahead and drive and get in it and still use it too. So again, I'm going to drive all the way back now. I'm just going to go ahead and switch that. There we go, and just like this, I just drive around. We didn't actually customize the car yet, but this is just the main design. If you want to leave it like that, you can just go ahead and skip the rest of the video. I mean, if you just want to leave it like that, or if you want to make it look cool, you could just follow along to the rest of the video, and we'll have you designing the car. Anyway, now you can go ahead, place down a command block right here, go enter it, and put it on always active, and head into here, and you're going to want to go ahead and type in this command. Type in this command right here. This command will allow you to design the car. So go ahead and push control, or whatever your crouch button is, and pick block, and you use the one that make sure it says data underneath it, and then place all of these in the same spots as I placed them. Just like that. And then you're done with command blocks, and you can go ahead and move these to the back of your inventory. And go into this, I don't know why, you lay an egg, alright, whatever. Go into here, and name this one A1, and this one B1. This will just make it a lot easier to navigate through your shit. So just go ahead and name these all in alphabetical order. Alright, now you've got all of these named in alphabetical order. Go ahead and start implementing the commands into the block. Go in here. Okay, sorry guys, I kind of goofed up a little bit. If you want to design the car by yourself, then you make the commands look like this and you just design it however you want. But for my example, you type in the commands. They're all in the description below. You can find all these commands and copy paste them in the description. But anyways, if you want to do this, just go ahead and copy paste. You can just delete the commands in here, and yeah, so delete it and put in the command that is labeled for the same as each command block in the description below. So whatever's labeled A1, you paste that command in here, and then for B1, you go ahead and do the same, and so on until you get to the end. So if you're gonna do that, you could just go ahead and do it. And but if I'm gonna show you how to do it, you should just do the first 4 first, and then so go ahead and do the first 4 and and I'll just cut to there and pause the video for now. Alright, and when you got the first 4 of these done, come over here to your anvil and rename and place down 4 armor stands just like this, and crouch and click on them and to make them pose just like that, and make them all have iron chest plates on just like that, and go into your anvil and rename this name tag to A1, rename this guy, and then go over here and name it B1, rename this guy, and then go ahead and name it C1 and rename this guy, and these two should teleport over to the thing, and go ahead and rename this guy D1 right here, and then that's your doors to the car. So right there, those are your doors. Obviously the armor stand part's going to be invisible when we activate this command block right here, the invisibility, but it's easier to work when they aren't visible right now. Anyways, you can go ahead and do these 2 now, and I'll cut to when I have them done too. Alright, and now do the same thing. I hate picking up these eggs. Alright, go over here, do the same thing. Place down 2 armor stands. Do that, and give them black wither skeleton heads. And then go over here and rename this to E1. And then rename this guy to F1. Just like that. And then these guys will move on to the car just as well. And now go ahead and do these next 4. So go ahead and do G, H, I, J, and I'll catch you guys when you do it. Boom, there. Oh wow, okay. Now go over here and place down 4 armor stands and go like this, and then give them normal skeleton heads, white, just a normal skeleton, and then rename the name tag to G1, and then do this guy, and then H1, and do this guy, and then they should teleport onto the car, and then do I1, this guy, J1, this guy, and they should all be on the car, just like that. And then go ahead and do K and L, and I'll cut to when I have those done as well. Boom, just like that. And then go over here, place down 2 armor stands, stance, and then 2 black wither skeleton heads, and K and L, and these guys should move onto the car just like that, and then move over here and do M, N, O, and P. Boom, just like that. And then go over here and do the same thing we did last time. Place down these 4 guys, give them that, and wheel skeleton heads, or just normal skeleton, not wheel skeleton. And then this M, and then this guy, and then N, and this guy, and they should teleport, and then O, and this guy, and P. We're done. And then they should all move on to the car just like that. And then next, go over to Q and R and do these 2. just like that, and then go over here and just like that, and then 2 wither skeleton heads, and or no, not wither skeleton heads. These guys are gonna have just normal skeleton heads, and then go ahead on the command block. We're going to anvil, not command block, and go rename this guy to Q. Rename him, and then R, just like that, and then it'll stop this line because when it goes down it just looks really ugly and I don't like it. So just like that, it looks better. And then these 4 you can go ahead and do. Alright, and once you've done that, come over here and place down 4 of these guys and 4 wither skeleton heads, and this to S, and maybe this guy T, and this guy, and this should teleport U, this guy, and Z for this guy, and these will give you your wheels to the car. And now we are almost done. All we gotta do now is give ourselves the windshield and we'll be finished. So go ahead and do WX from the description and cut right there, just like that. Now go ahead and place down 2 armor stands just like that, and move them like that for both of them, and then give them the windshield in their hand, and then name it W1, and it should teleport instantly, and then X1, and it should teleport instantly, and then there's your windshield. Just like that, the car is finished. So you can go ahead and come over to this command block right here and put it on always active, and then your car is complete, just like that. So you can go ahead and get and clear all this stuff out of your inventory now. You don't need it, and get your swords, and you can hop in the car. And make sure you only try to get in the car when you see the AA1 thing hovering over it. That's the only time you could get in. If you don't see it and I try to get in right now, it'll just remove one of the heads, and it's a pain in the ass to try and place it back on. So make sure you only get in empty-handed and when you see the AA1, and then you're done. So you can go ahead and drive your car around. It's a pretty nice looking car. You just go ahead and drive it around like that. Fly too. Awesome. Okay, now if that's all you wanted, you can go ahead and click off the video now, unless you want to see how to configure the speed, then you can stay on the video. So basically how everything works for the speed is you go into this command block right here. This is the one that makes it move forward, and you could, the higher this number is, the faster the car goes. So it's there's a dot, so it's 0.3 right now. Basically it's going 0.3, but if I make it 0.7, the car will go a lot faster. Or I could do like just without the decimal 1, and that's make the car go pretty fast. Let's turn around and bring it back over here. Now there's no reason to let it go that fast. I mean, if you're in it and it's going that fast, the car will just be like glitching out a lot. Like if you're going this fast, the car just glitches out. So it's better to just put it at like 30 or whatever. Or if you want to go fast, that's fine. If you don't care, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, it's just sick. It's so fun. Like, I could ride this thing literally all day. I might have been riding it all day. You guys won't know that. But anyway, go over here, and I'm just going to change it back to 0.3 the way I had it. Or I'm just going to do 0.4. Why not? And then that's how you configure the speed. You can configure the speed of how fast it goes, how fast it turns with this. And this is just to make it turn. You don't have to touch that. And same with this one. And then to make it go up, I have it on 0.1 right now. You can make that however you want, just like how I showed in the other one. So basically that's it. That's how you control the speed of it. Anyways, I'm going to teach you guys how to customize the car now and how all this works. So basically how it works is all these command blocks are teleporting different armor stands. So the name AA1, that's where your minecart's named, and all these other names, that's the armor stand's name. So it's teleporting the armor stands to this coordinate around your car. So I put it facing another armor stand because it makes life a lot easier. So if you make that face like A1, that's basically this chest plate here is A1, and this one would be D1, and they're just facing each other around the minecart, so it looks like a door. And the windshield, same thing. I think I have it like holding up the windshield there and then facing this way, and then it holds it up over there. And the stripe, it's just heads on like that. You could lower the level of how tall it is too, and you could put it like right in the spot of the minecart. It's all heads basically, and the only colors you can really make it are like white and black, because it's the only really colors that look nice. I mean, like for the heads, there's not really much that you could do with it. You can make green maybe, but I feel like that'd be really ugly. Anyway, you can't really make it not lime green because it's like for a creeper, because the head is kind of like pixelated a little bit, so it's not really a nice one. I'd rather just stick with the skeleton and the wither skeleton. And the wither skeleton for wheels too, that looks like really realistic. I love the wheels. And the windshield too, it's brilliant. Anyway, if you were going to design it, you go ahead and go in here. If you want to like change anything, let's say you wanted to have, for some weird reason, you want the car to be, or you want like this to be a little higher, you go ahead and go into the command blocks that control, or you want this stripe in the middle to be a little higher, you go over here and you go into the command blocks that control where the stripe is. These two, this controls F1 and E1, F1, and I believe K1 and L1 are what controlling those four stripes right there. These four command blocks for each four individual armor stands. So basically, you place down. So you like, if you want to adjust the height of it, you go in here, and this is the height coordinate. This is your Y coordinate. So let's say I wanted it to be a little higher. Since it's negative, you would change it. This number has to get lower. Obviously, that's how numbers work, because it's in the negatives. If I make it just 1, watch what happens. It puts that head all the way up there, and you could design it however you want. Like, that's 1 block above the minecart. That's why it does that. If I want to make it a bit lower, I'm not sure which one I just adjusted actually. It was this one. So if you want to make it a bit lower, you could you put it on -1, 3, 7, just like how I had it. 1.37 obviously. Just like that, how I had it. And it'll put it back on the layer that it's supposed to be on. If you want to make it just a tad higher, you would change it, the Y coordinate, up a little bit, just like that. Now, that's the Y coordinate. Y coordinate is pretty easy to do. For the wheels, obviously, you'd put a lower Y coordinate, which means the number in the negatives would be a lot higher. So you put it lower, like all the way down to like touching the ground, and the car isn't touching the ground, of course. And then for the X and Y coordinates, it kind of just varies. I mean, you could just troubleshoot it. Like, so what you do is you'd place down an armor stand, name it to whatever the command block. So you'd have to place 2 down if you're going to make them facing each other. So you'd have to, in this case, you'd place down A1 and D1, and you would just place them down, and you troubleshoot where you want them to be. So like, I have it right here, but if I wanted to switch it, I would just go ahead and switch the coordinates. But you could just troubleshoot the coordinates, and whenever you get it right, that's when you leave it. But keep in mind, when you place down a minecart, the horizontal, or the width of the minecart, or not the width, like the length of the minecart, like how you'd usually be riding in a minecart when it's facing like towards the rail. Like when you place down a minecart, usually it would just be you'd ride with it this way, but when you're and it would go forward like that. But in the car, it's this way is forward. Either way, you'd have to check which way is which before you start making the car, depending on how you design it. But like for the windshield, obviously, if I put it on the other side, it would look just weird because you'd be moving the other side of the windshield, and it's just weird. But anyway, that's pretty much how you troubleshoot it. These two, like, you make the windshield with these kinds of command blocks right here. You'd put the armor stand on like a different setting other than just the way I had it, which is kind of just like where's armor stand? So I just put it like oh, they're invisible. But I just had it like a normal design like of the armor stand, just like you click it once. But anyway, that's pretty much how you troubleshoot. I don't really know what to say. I can say one more thing. If you'd want to move these in, so you put the dash and then the dot for moving these. You never don't use a dot, because the dot is like point this amount of a block away from the minecart. If you place it like, if you didn't do the dot, I wouldn't be able to place this door like this close to the minecart. It would be like all the way out here or all the way in here. You wouldn't be able to. You have to do the points to make sure you place it in the right spot. But anyways, that's all I really have to say. You just go ahead and try around with different stuff. But this is just the car I designed. It looks pretty cool, but I'm not going to take full credit for this design. It's not really mine, but I'll put a link for the other guy's video in the description. But it's pretty much useless now. This car is the updated version of his car. Henry PH is the guy. This is the updated version because of 1.19.10 when they changed the execute command. So it's a lot different now, and a lot of commands in his video don't work the same anymore. These top ones work brilliant. They work pretty much the same except for the new execute command, and same with these. It's just the new execute command that ruins it. But this is completely different. This is all me right here. That's all me right there. But anyways, that's all I really have to say. When you make your car, you make sure the command block output is off and that this chicken does not die. And that's all I really have to say. You can own multiple cars as long as you choose like a different tag. So if you're gonna drive a different car, you'd have to have like non-diamond swords. You'd have to change this thing right here. Instead of weapon, you change it to tool, and then you do like pickaxes or axes or whatever, and then instead of swords. But I just did swords because it doesn't matter really, because I only have one car. But anyways, that's how you build it, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video if I do upload another video. See ya.